This video is going to be on Shopify, getting it set up for an integration with ThunderPOS. And if we switch over here to our website, you can see our ThunderPOS site here. And we also have our Shopify site pulled up. So you're going to, before you start this instruction set, you're going to want to make sure you have the Shopify feature enabled with ThunderPOS and that you already have your Shopify site set up. For the former, if you don't, just contact sales. For the latter, you do it through Shopify at shopify.com. So once you've got all of that, you're just going to go into the administrator panel here in Shopify and go to the apps option here. Then you can go to manage private apps. You'll see a screen a lot like this one. You probably won't have one listed there. But then if you go create new private app, you're going to have a few things that you just need to make sure you fill in here. It's fairly straightforward. You need a name for the application, so we'll just call this Thunder Sample App 1. And then you fill in a email address that you want to get any alerts if things go wrong. You'll want that to be an email address that you do check, but if you have anything where you get that kind of traffic for your store, such as one where you use for sending customer receipts, that kind of thing, it could work just fine. You just have to make sure that it is one where you will actually see an email if it comes in. And then under Admin API here, there are 3 permissions we need to make sure we have. By default, it's going to have read access to products. We need to actually change that to be read and write because we are sending products up. And if we click on show inactive permissions, there's 2 more that we need to give. Number 1, we need to go to inventory, which lets us set our inventory levels, so how many we have in stock. That also needs to be read and write. And then we need to go down to orders, and that needs to be read access. We don't have to update orders. We don't actually do anything with the orders other than get information about them, so that we can deduct out quantities as they come in and do reporting on your sales online and that kind of thing. So those are the 3 permissions you need to set. You need to set orders, you need to set inventory, and you need to set products. Once that's done, that's actually all you need to do. You just hit save here and then create app. It's going to create that application. And then where you've got the password here, that's actually the only field we'll need from all of this. So you just copy the password to the clipboard. So that's the Shopify side of it. So then once we've done that, we just need to let ThunderPOS know about our settings here. So we just go to settings and then Shopify after logging into our thunderpos.net account. Yours will probably be disabled and blank by default. For ours, we already do have it enabled with a different account, but we'll override that. So we just pop in our customer secret. You would check enabled, and then you fill in your Shopify address, and that's just going to be, usually whatever custom domain, subdomain you chose, .myshopify.com. So in our case, it's like thunder.point-of-sale-dev.myshopify.com. Below that, we've got the item type. That's either department or category. That just relates to a specific field in the Shopify sync and what gets put there. The description, by default, that's going to be the notes field on the item. You can customize this to be a lot of different fields or to take in plain text and lay it out kind of how you want. But if you do just leave it as notes, then you can actually customize it more on an item by item level. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for there. But consult the manual for the exact list of fields that you can include. Anything that you put in the double percent signs will be a field. Otherwise, it'll, like if you just put the word notes, then every item will have the word notes in the description. And then if we go down, the other big thing that's kind of different for Shopify versus the other ones is the tags. Many of the fields can get sent as what are known as tags in Shopify. If we go to a previous product that I've sent up, we can kind of see what that looks like. So if we scroll down, let me find one that's got some. If we scroll down on this product, we can actually see a number of tags here, and that will allow you to group and display products together on the screen, because that's how you can build out, if we go down here to collections, that's how you can build out what are called collections. So you can see we've got one here for all products where the tag is games, but you could do ones that are in multiple tags, or that match all of your different tags. So like you could do PlayStation 4 games, or you could do anything that's in the categories or the tags PlayStation 4, 3, 2, and 1. So it's a little more flexible than the categories tend to be with our other e-commerce integrations, but it does mean that you do have to come in and set up these collections to get it to actually display, along the top or along the left, depending on your theme within Shopify. But at any rate, we're just going to hit save here to actually save it, and when you do this, it's actually going to reach out to Shopify and let it know that we want to be notified whenever an order comes in. That's why we need that order's permission. If we go down to the bottom right, you can actually see some of the past notifications I've gotten here with this particular integration, as well as some with WooCommerce, but the Shopify ones are the ones with this particular video. And that'll just happen anytime there is an order that comes in. It'll notify us, let us know we need to go process this through Shopify. And as things get ordered, they will get deducted from your inventory automatically. If we go over to items, the way you just tell the system that something needs to sync is just under online commerce. You just check the website sync box, and it will sync it up to any e-commerce solutions that you've got enabled. And that's pretty well it for the basics of setup. We'll go through in another video how to do reporting and a little more detail on products, like different things that will sync up and that kind of thing. But this should get you started